Hey everyone, welcome back and happy, Thursday. All right, guys, welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2, where we are back to talk about all of this Scheana stuff that is going on. My gosh, I was just on the plane for like 2 hours. I don't even know how all of this is happening, but listen, it's all happening. I actually didn't even mean to do that, but hey, it is what it is. So, guys, before we jump in, if you have not already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, definitely go ahead and get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell because we have lots to literally talk about. So here we go. All right, guys. So we have to start with the Scheana of it all because Scheana right now is getting a lot of press. And I don't know if this is the way that most people would want to get press, but listen, she is trying to push her memoir. Her memoir comes out July 22nd. And, like if you listen to Lala and a few other people, they really think that this is going to be a hit. I hope it is for her. They think it's going to be a New York Times bestseller. But the decision to go public with the affair, that's the biggest question. So, apparently this came after an 8-month conversation with Brock involving therapy discussions and fear, that his affair partner might actually speak first. So they chose to take control over the narrative through her memoir, My Good Side, believing that it would be inauthentic to omit the affair. Now, Scheana said that she was initially absolute that she would never reveal, but she changed her mind after therapy. You know, she could have divorced if they didn't have their daughter, Summer, or if the affair hadn't happened at another time. She said, I would have left had it happened at another time. But now she feels sympathetic towards Brock, recognizing that he felt he didn't deserve a second chance at being a father and sabotaged themselves out of fear. Um, Listen, I really like Brock. I do. And I think that this is an interesting way to digest this, the story that she's telling. And like, well, he cheated on me and he went and slept with somebody else and had an affair because it was out of fear that he was going to not be a good parent. Wait, what? So that the only question is, and I'm just asking this on behalf of the fans, because what the fans are going to say is, so the fear was that he wasn't going to be a good parent. So then also don't be a good husband. Like I'm just telling you exactly what the fans are going to say. This is what they're going to say. Okay. But Scheana confessed that she'll always have insecurities. Like she noticed him deleting a text and she was like, what are you doing? And he was like, really? Are you serious right now? But she said, listen, she trusts him. She's forgiven him after therapy and they have open communication. So she didn't speak out sooner to protect their daughter, sharing that maybe if she would have shared it when it happened, it would have risked their marriage. And also by the way people have asked her, like, would you ever have an open marriage? Would you ever take the hall pass? Like, what does that situation look like? And Scheana said that while both of them were curious, she learned from past experiences that it does not end well. So an open relationship, an open marriage is not for her. She said that she was in a relationship, kind of. She was seeing this girl that she really, really liked at the time. And her and Brock even kind of questioned back and forth, like, would this be something that we could maybe all three of us be in a relationship together? Is that something that would work for us? And she made the decision, no, that's not what we're going to do. Even though he was kind of open to it based off of the way that she's explaining it, she was like, nope, we're not going to do that. This is not an open marriage. Sorry. That's not the game that we're going to be playing. And you know what? Honestly, it works for her. Like I couldn't have an open marriage. So I get it. I get it. Now, Scheana also confessed that the season 9 finale fight with Lala Kent was premeditated. She said that they staged it without production knowing to save their jobs. She said this was a one-time fake fight intended to ensure their future casting. She had a traumatic birth with HELP syndrome and was moved to the ICU, and daughter Summer was born silently, which terrified her. And due to that experience, Scheana is considering using a surrogate for baby number 2, but she worries that she won't feel the same bond. I mean, at least she has Lala, though, like, and other people, other moms, even though Lala didn't use a surrogate, I believe she did IUI, but she knows other moms who have used surrogates. And I think that's one of those things where it's an open conversation. And Truly, I listen to a lot of women talk about surrogacy and not knowing whether or not they would be able to bond with their children if they went the surrogacy route. And even watching the Kardashians, which I know a lot of people always tell me, like, Adam, enough with the Kardashians. We don't want to hear about them. But listen, just hear me out. Even watching the Kardashians, it's like if you sit there and listen to Chloe when she went through her whole surrogacy process, she was very, very open about the fact that this was hard for her. It was a hard situation. And bonding with her child was not, it wasn't the easiest thing. And at least she was open about it because technically she didn't have to be, you know. I mean, and for Scheana, I'm sure that probably makes her nervous. But moving on. She's been diagnosed with postpartum OCD and treated with 100 milligram sertraline, EMDR therapy, and extensive work through trauma. So postpartum OCD left her fearing that she could make a life-threatening decision during her lowest moments, and EMDR therapy helped her move past the trauma, allowing her to now speak publicly without breaking down, which is great. We love that. But Scheana opened up publicly about Brock's 2021 affair to reclaim her story via her memoir, Not the Show. And she and Brock chose transparency after months of therapy and reflection. So despite her insecurities, they're working on their marriage through trust building. She did disclose that their scripted Beverly Hills style finale fight, that was a survival tactic. And, also moving forward, she is pretty open about the fact that she does not know as of right now how she's going to navigate potentially having a second baby. And I don't think that that's really up for anybody to decide but herself. I think that she'll figure that out as she goes. And I like that for her, but I don't know. At the end of the day, like I said, I want to hear how people react to this memoir, what people end up saying about it, if there's more in it about Lisa and Brock, and if there's more bombshell things. Like, did you just take the juiciest little bombshell out of it and give that excerpt around to Us Weekly in page 6? Is there more to it that we don't know about, that once the book comes out on July 22nd, everybody's going to see something that they didn't know existed? Like, what exactly else do we have to look forward to? Is it one of those things where when you get a new movie, they put all of the good, juicy moments in the trailer and then there's no point of watching the movie? Or is it like, oh shit, no, there's so much, we can't just pack it all into one trailer. So you're just going to have to watch the movie because get your popcorn ready and a glass of wine, get your Pinot Grigio because shit is going to hit the fan. These are all valid questions. I want to hear what you guys think. All right. So since we're in New York, we have our anchor, Jason and Gelsey, their Anchor Watch interview, their Below Deck interview with Chef Serena, that went up today. We have 2 other videos going up on Up and Adam Channel 1 and then over here on Up and Adam Channel 2. I love you guys. Happy Thursday, and we'll see you later.